Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to be finally back in the USA. I'm in the great state of Texas at our performance partner, Mast Motorsports. Let's go and meet Horace and tour the facility. Horace, great to see you.
Well, it's nice to have you here in Texas.
It's been a few years since I've travelled, but it's great to be here and see Mast Motorsports. When did you found the business?
It was founded around 2008. That's when we sold our first products. We built the facility that we're in into 2007. Got in here, started doing development, dyno, and since 2008 we've been selling products. We very quickly started making some magazine covers with some of our development products. We started right with the LS Gen 4 and we really focused on the VVT technology that came out with that platform.
Right.
So we were one of the first to have the controls to be able to control that, and that's what kind of jumped us into the platform, into the Gen 4 platform.
Yep.
And shortly thereafter we started doing business with Harrop and certainly haven't stopped. Our focus has always been engineering, and cylinder heads is really the key to making power, so that's been our focus since we launched the LS platform. But we are heavily invested in new platforms now. The LT platform, we're making cylinder heads, building mini engines, and we're recently doing lots of development in the Ford 7.3 Godzilla platform as well.
Some familiar sounds. Our machine shop's buzzers just like this one.
So I would expect it would sound similar to the machines here in Texas as they do on the other side of the equator, but at least the tools don't turn the other direction. I'm sure they still turn the same way.
That's right, that's exactly right. Yeah, let's take a look at the black label heads, because they've been probably one of the most popular lines that you've had in recent years. Our Monaro 427 runs your Mast black label, Sam's Performance, great customer of yours and ours. And that engine's, it's a 700 horsepower, naturally aspirated LS7, but also very popular with boosted engines, right?
It is, and Sam's been buying heads from us since day one, since we started the operation, so he's been a great customer. But yes, the heads, we have so many options. I think 14 different just LS cylinder heads alone, not even counting some of our race heads. Here you can see they're in process right here just before porting, but have had the majority of their operations, and soon they'll get loaded into the 5-axis CNC machine. But any LS customer, whether they're looking for a supercharger or naturally aspirated, we have a solution for them, especially when it comes to supercharged engines, because of our deck thickness without really compromising the water flow through the cylinder head and the cooling. It makes it the perfect application, whether you're doing it on a small bore, which you support with some of your superchargers, or a very large displacement hand-built engine that would use one of your larger displacement superchargers.
Like 1,000 horsepower used to be a big number on an LS-based engine, but now it's pushing up past 1,300 horsepower, which is just incredible.
Yes, being an engineering-based company similar to Harrop, we always have continued to push the envelope, and we have certainly not slowed down on development of our products and product line, and also the improvement of the current product line. We try to keep things from getting stagnant, and are always testing and developing, and having a partner like you to provide new and updated products we can take advantage of with our cylinder heads is perfect. We don't cut corners when it comes to the block as well, because it's the foundation of the engine. So we do all of our sleeving for aluminum blocks here in-house. All of our machining for the blocks are done in-house. If we do piston oil squirters, any sort of custom decks, it's all done here. And we have a line that's set up to efficiently process blocks for aluminum, iron, and any sort of race block that we would put into a customer's engine.
This is a really impressive engine assembly area.
Thank you. So we have 6 bays here for final assembly. This is an engine in one of the bays. It's getting final prepped. It's got cylinder heads and one of your superchargers to go on it yet.
And just the number of hours that goes into putting one of these together properly, it takes a lot of time.
Yes, considering logistics and supply chains and the complications and the diversity of the bill of materials for even an LS, which you would think would be similar every single time, they're not. So yes, we have a lot of logistics management of the customer's orders, the bill of materials, and there's a lot of work that goes into final assembly, a lot of tedious work done by very talented technicians that work here.
What a beautiful finished product, our H2650i. So it's an LS-based drive system, but it's a completely customized solution, this one.
Yes, we used your LSA-based blower. It's on a larger displacement, custom-built LS engine, obviously, but it's been a great platform for our customers to really make power and get the finished product that they want.
So we've looked at the iron block LSA combination, and here's Ford's 7.3 cam in block push rod. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, and I would have to say that Ford did a great job of implementing a modern pushrod design with a very efficient cylinder head, very efficient valve train, and very efficient combustion. And we're able to take advantage of that by modifying and making cylinder head adjustments. And we already provide a custom cylinder head for the market. And Harrop's able to take advantage of it by doing a very efficient supercharger right on top.
Absolutely, and none of this happens without a lot of R&D and testing, and I've heard the dyno running next door, so I'm interested to see what's happening there, so let's have a look.
All right, well, we'll go look at test cell number 4, and we'll see what's happening there.
Well, what do we have here?
Well,
L8T.
yes, this is one of our very popular L8T packages that we're now able to offer a L8T Harrop supercharger.
The L8T with port injection is actually a really viable alternative to a traditional LS-based combination.
You made a great point, because the LS block shortage and core shortage, even to make sleeve blocks, has been a real problem in the industry. So you have all the aftermarket companies that are continuing to produce products, but the core has to be built on an engine. If they can't keep up after GM cut out the LS7 block and after some other shortages in the supply chain, the LT has been available, and the LT aluminum block is a great foundation for supercharged power. Again, the LT5, which makes 760 horsepower for stock, is based on that platform. And now GM's introduced a very robust iron block in their truck family, and it's been a great foundation for boost.
I think this is going to be a fantastic combination for those customers that are looking for a resto mod engine swap solution for their truck, muscle car, and everything in between.
Absolutely. I mean, we're choked down as much as we can. We're using a stock throttle body and a stock damper, and we're well over 800 horsepower with much more to go. So yes, this is going to be a great combination for our customers, and we think this is going to be a very popular unit with the port fuel injection and the ability to run available larger throttle bodies and damper pulleys.
We've just left the main facility to go down to the warehouse and R&D centre for the cylinder heads. Let's talk to Perry and learn about airflow dynamics. Perry,
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Team leader for the cylinder head department.
That's us, man. Just down here, gonna throw a valve job on this LT here. It's the same cylinder head that we have up on the engine that we just dynoed.
So factory casting, but it's got MAST IP.
Yep. This is our just a factory LT1 deal. It's still port injected. We do all the CNC work in house. We develop the ports in house. Seems like it works pretty good for us.
So can you run me through the process of upgrading a factory LT cylinder head?
Yeah, man. We get all brand new GM castings in here. First thing we do to them right off the pallet is we pressure test that cylinder head. We want to make sure that we're going to get a brand new one that's not going to have any porosity in it, so that when we go start porting it, we're not going to open something up. After we verify that it's good, we'll check like our valve guide clearances and stuff. Pending they don't need new valve guides in them, they go directly into our Rottler porting machine down here. After this process, they get their final valve job. They're ready to be milled and washed. So we come over to this side of the shop. So they all go through this one. This cuts the best surface. With today's modern gaskets and the ever-increasing horsepower, you need really flat, really fine surfaces on your decks to get your gaskets to seal.
So finished assembly, it's a beautiful looking part.
Yeah, thanks.
LS7?
Yeah, this is we call it the medium bore LS7. It's 265cc runner, and it's a cylinder head we developed for 4-inch bore or larger. So, the standard LS7 only fits on 4 1/8 and up. So we kind of saw the need for some racers who wanted, the higher port and the better intake manifold. So we just kind of shrunk it down to fit that 4-inch bore. It's a pretty popular cylinder head.
So from LS
Yep.
to what looks like 7.3 Godzilla, what's happening here?
Yeah, so this is actually our development head, but every port that we've done for the Godzilla, we offer a street port, and then we call it like a, like a race deal, which is still a factory valve size. This is going to be our 2200 valve. We're going to do more of a true race style deal, and it's been quite the challenge to get as much port as you can get in it sized correctly for the valve size and not break into port core, water jacket, whatever, because it's all really, really close on these heads.
And much like our development, it doesn't always work out right the first time. There's a lot of hours that has to go into.
Yeah, there's a lot of hours between here and the engine shop, hundreds of hours between grinding and flow benching and dynoing. Our guy Josh that does CNC here, he's got to digitize it, and then when I'm like, hey, I don't think this thing's going to make power, we got to digitize this one I tried, and then the next one and the next one. So it's painstaking, but
the proof's in the performance, because I saw at the main factory in the reception area there was a magazine article that must have been 10 years ago, and it was a cylinder head shootout for LS3 cylinder heads.
Yep.
And it was all the major players, and MAST was there, but for intake and exhaust, MAST came out on top. So you're getting it right.
It's a lot of work, but we're very, very passionate about it and take it real serious. And there's a lot of really, really good players out there, so you got to be on your A game all the time.
Yeah, it's always dynamic, but I really appreciate Perry taking the time and to show this R&D process. It's incredible, and you do awesome work.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for sharing the factory tour of Mast Motorsports. We've got a couple of great events coming up very soon, and we'll put some of their product with Harrop Superchargers to the test.